more. Then we'll go to Edith in Missouri, who's got today's moment of evangelical garbage, brought to you by Edith in Missouri, who says, everyone has a God-shaped vacuum, and God has a wonderful plan for your life. Edith goes on to say, that may be true, but only God can determine, pardon me, my screen moved there as we were talking about that, but only God can determine what shape or plan that is, not any of us or any church. Okay, here's this little stuff. We hear this stuff going on all the time. Everyone has a God-shaped vacuum. God has a wonderful plan for your life. And then you turn around and only God is going to determine what shape your life is and what plan your life is. And is that true? And is that not true? And all this confusion that we get into. Now, let's think about this. Everyone, let's take these two let's call them evangelical mantras. Everyone has a God-shaped vacuum. As a matter of fact, I suspect that if we were to go into the internet and let's just type God-shaped vacuum and see what we get. Okay, I thought so. A quote by Pascal. There is a God-shaped vacuum in the heart. So let's pick, excuse me, let's just pick the first one that comes up, the God-shaped vacuum. See what it has to say. This is from OAC, whoever that is. I don't know. It looks like it might be some kind of church there. The paraphrase of Blaise Pascal's work goes like this. There's a God-shaped vacuum in the heart of every person which cannot be filled by any created thing, but only by God the Creator, made known through Jesus Christ. So many of us try to fill that God-shaped gap with things that end up causing us to feel even more empty and unhappy. It's only Jesus that has the ability to fill that gap. His message is relevant to everyone and meets the basic needs. Okay, yeah, that's the standard comment that goes with it. Now, Solomon says something in the Ecclesiastes that gets close to this void within us without God. But I think here's one of the problems with it. Everyone has a God-shaped vacuum says that it is impossible for you to be happy and fulfilled if you are not a Christian. That's the underlying message. It's happy for you to be happy and fulfilled in life if you are not a Christian. And that sounds so good. That's what I want to be able to preach. I'd love to be able to stand before a congregation that might have some lost people in it and say, hey, the reason you are not happy and the reason you are not fulfilled is because you are not a Christian and there is a God-shaped void in your life. However, I wonder if that's really true. Because, now that I live surrounded by lost people, I find that I don't hear them expressing, on average, any more emptiness and void than I do from Christians. I hear from a lot of Christians, and I know they are believers. I have no doubt about their salvation at all, but they are just a wrung-out mess. They're a wrung-out mess. They're worried about tomorrow. They're worried about today. If there's nothing to worry about, they'll, like Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh, they'll find something to worry about. On a beautiful day, it's earthquake weather. That's what it is. They'll find some. And I think, well, yeah, if you got this God-shaped void filled by God, then why are you still not happy and not fulfilled? And I think, I may be wrong here, and I know this is not how a pastor is supposed to speak. We're supposed to say, boy, everybody I know who's a Christian always is singing, every day with Jesus is sweeter than the day before. I had a God-shaped void, but now it's very full. But I think if there was a way to scientifically measure fulfillment in life, you can't really, are you fulfilled, not fulfilled? That doesn't come from a blood test. But if you could do some sort of scientific measurement on, I'm fulfilled in life, I suspect you would find that there is no difference on average from the Christian population and the standard middle class American, run of the mill population out there. Now, obviously, you're going to have some extremes on both ends. Let's even leave out that. Let's do the bell curve thing. Let's just go in the middle 80% and take those people. And I think there are a lot of people who have a lot of Christians who have a void in their life. A lot of Christians who have an emptiness in their life. A lot of Christians who have a sadness in their life. A lot of Christians who have worry in their life. A lot of Christians who are not fulfilled. And then you get over into the neighbor who's not a Christian. He may be more fulfilled, he may be less fulfilled. I don't know. I'm just not sure that Christianity is necessarily the thing that's going to fill this. And while it's true, there is a true side, no doubt, too. There's a God-shaped void. That is, there is something in life that can only be filled with a completed relationship with God. No doubt about it. But we take, in evangelicalism, we take the phrase, there's a God-shaped void, to mean if you have God, there is no more void in your life. And I think that interpretation, if you will, the way we take it, is simply not true. I know plenty of people out there who don't feel an emptiness in life, and they're Christians. Now, again, what we try to do is say, well, they're just faking it. They really are very, very empty, not full, not filled and overflowing like I am, crying myself to sleep at night. They fake it, you fake it. You remember, I don't have, do I? Oops, just dumped a bunch of coins. I was looking for my other mug. Okay, I don't have the mug anymore. I've got one somewhere that says, you don't need a purpose in life. You need an African violet. It was an attempt to say, quit trying to get all philosophical and live this, perfect life. Go grow an African violet, for heaven's sake. Just do something that's going to make something pretty in the world. And we don't have to have this grand, great purpose in life, and every moment is just filled with meaning and hope and love and faith. Grow an African violet. That's my word. And then God has a wonderful plan for your life. For those of us like me who believe there's something to this doctrine of the silence of God, is that really true? God has a wonderful plan for your life? That God plans for Randy to, live in New Mexico, paradise, up in the mountains. This was the wonderful plan that God had, but he meant for Edith to live in Missouri. Sorry, Edith, to pick on you, but you're the one that asked the question. I don't know that there's any truth to that. I think that God has offered a gift to everybody. And it's not that he has a wonderful plan for my life, but some poor woman in Cambodia, he didn't have a wonderful plan for her life. That's what the Calvinists say. For God's glory, that poor woman in Cambodia, he wants her to live a pagan life and go to hell and be miserable all her life. That's a Calvinist statement. So God has a wonderful plan for your life. I just am not sure. In fact, I'm sure there's not. that God doesn't have like some volume of libraries up there, books of volumes of libraries that, everybody's alphabetically in there, and it's, oh, Randy White's, he's back here on this page, and let's see, on February the 24th, 2023, my plan for his life is to, blah, blah, blah. I don't get it. So I'm going to go with you, Edith. I think a person can be happy and fulfilled. I think, let's pretend like I'm not a preacher for just a moment, and yet I can't do anything else. So what am I going to do in life? Well, I remember like Tony Robbins. Remember him? Is he still around? I don't know, but he's the what was he? A motivational speaker, I guess. Well, Tony Robbins, he wasn't a church guy. Just would like go around to businesses and pump them up a little bit, and tell them that they can have their best life now. Wait, I got that mixed up with the other motivational speaker, Joel in Houston. But there are some principles that any person can put in their life and have a more fulfilling life. And then there's the message of salvation. I think we ought to separate the message of salvation from the message of happiness. Because I think there's a lot of happy and good and kind, wonderful people out there who aren't saved. And they need to get the gift of life. Thanks, Edith, for helping us today with today's moment of Evangelical Garbage. I am Randy White, the author of Evangelical Garbage, How Evangelicalism is Confused, Manipulative, and Downright Dangerous. And I appreciate that, Edith. I appreciate that.